Welcome to our Midnight News. Here's all the headlines. On the eve of Victory Day, the President of the Republic addresses a message to the nation reaffirming his commitment to achieving the objectives of the November message. The President of the Republic received the leader of the Bina movement, Abdelkader bin Grina. We'll listen to his statement later on. The President of the Republic congratulates Russia's President Vladimir Putin on his re-election. In Paris, the Consulate General of Algeria continues its activities during the month of Ramadan, and iftar was organized for the benefit of our students there. Right, welcome back. First of all, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, addressed a message on Monday to mark the Victory Day. The message reads as follows. We celebrate the Victory Day on the 19th of March, and on this occasion we recall with pride the relentless struggle and the tremendous sacrifices of the Algerian people for freedom during the National Liberation Revolution, which was blessed and crowned after long years of suffering with independence and regaining national sovereignty. This occasion, which is the 62nd anniversary we are celebrating today, marks a turning point after a long journey of national struggle within the national movement and armed struggle lasting 7.5 years, during which Algerian people paid a heavy price with legions of martyrs, a struggle that remains engraved in history as one of the greatest epics in the defense of freedom and dignity in modern times. The dawn of Algerian independence emerged from this historic event after more than 130 years of colonial domination to shatter the lie of the French Algeria to which the colonizer clung, but who finally understood alongside the whole world as well that the brave revolutionaries who had confronted the machine of war and destruction and faced the scorched earth policy with determination had made their decision death as a martyr or victory. As we celebrate 19th of March, the anniversary of Victory Day, to renew the commitment made to the valiant martyrs, we are determined more than ever to move forward in the new Algeria to achieve the objectives outlined by the message of November, thus strengthening national sovereignty and the independence of national decision-making by working tirelessly and vigorously to raise our national economy to levels of efficiency and competitiveness, but also by endeavoring to maintain the social character of the state through continuous consolidation of the unprecedented gains achieved to guarantee a decent life and preserve the dignity of the citizen. Fellow citizens, added the President, we are celebrating this memorable anniversary amid a regional and international context that requires us to combine our efforts to strengthen the internal front and calls us to review our priorities from a national strategic perspective in order to meet the challenges facing our country. The citizens collectively contribute to preserving the stability enjoyed by the Algerian people in an environment characterized by tensions that threaten peace and security in the region, and a world beset by conflicts, struggles, and polarizations. On this occasion, continues the President in his message, I would like to salute the citizens for their high national consciousness and the efforts made by members of civil society. I would also like to pay warm tribute to People's National Army who guard our borders with vigilance, and to the security forces who keep watch day and night to carry out their noble missions. I join them all in paying my respects to the memory of the martyrs of national duty and those of the glorious war of liberation, and I extend my warmest greetings to my sisters and brothers war veterans, renewing them on this occasion of this blessed month my best wishes. May God accept our fasting and prayers. Long live Algeria, and glory to our valiant martyrs, concluded the message of the President of the Republic. The President of the Republic has installed on Monday the Supreme National Committee for Investments Appeals, which is headed by Boualam Boualam, the principal private secretary of the Presidency of the Republic. It is actually a supreme body charged with deciding on appeals submitted by investors. On this occasion, the President of the Republic stressed the special importance he attaches to this vital field, appreciating the efforts made by the Algerian Economic Renewal Council in pushing the pace of investment to diversify the national economy. The President also praised the results of cooperation between the Ministry of Trade and Export Promotion and the Algerian Economic Renewal Council, which responded to the initiative to lower the prices of widely consumed goods during the month of Ramadan. President of the Republic has also received on Monday the leader of Al-Bina movement, Abdelkader Ben Grina, who highlighted Algeria's actions in international forums supporting the Palestinian cause. Let's have a listen.
في إطار اللقاءات اللي جريها مشكور رئيس الجمهورية من أجل هذا الوطن ومن أجل هذا الشعب ومن أجل وديعة الشهداء. اللقاء تقييمي له كان إيجابيا ومثمر، تعلق بأم القضايا الأمة الجزائرية وقضيتنا الأولى.
The President of the Republic deserves thanks for the meetings he held for the sake of this country, this people, and for the sake of the glorious martyrs. An evaluation meeting which was positive and fruitful related to our first issue, which is the Palestinian file, and our support for the political diplomatic resistance carried out by Algeria and the Security Council and in various international forums, as the Algerian authority and people stand with this issue. Then we tackled without doubts our internal situation, anticipating the near future, including the upcoming projects and the resultant support for the stability of state institutions and giving time to implement programs and others. We also discussed the purchasing power. The President of the Republic spoke especially with regard to electronic website. We also spoke about doctors, as the President of the Republic is aware of their problem and is responsible for it. He has previously given approval to integrate them in the near future. We also talked about reviewing the electoral law and others, and among all internal affairs issues, there are issues related to the well-being of society and the happiness of citizens and strengthening the internal front. Above all, Algerians must be in harmony and be aware from external dangers. We put points on all these parties that want to search for political sectarianism within the country to tear apart the national ranks. The meeting was positive, enjoyable and fruitful. Happy Ramadan, and we congratulate the Algerians on Victory Day, which will be celebrated in just few days.
إيجابيا وممتعا ومثمرا، وصحة رمضانكم، ونبارك الجزائريين بعيد النصر اللي هو على أيام قليلة.
And Russia's President Vladimir Putin was congratulated by the President Abdelmadjid Tebboune on his re-election, as he received 88% of the vote in Russia's presidential election. In Paris now, the Consulate General of Algeria continues its activities by adopting on this fasting month a special schedule and welcomes Algerians until 3 p.m. The program is also enriched with several activities such as group iftar, mainly for the benefit of students who are far from their homeland. Afaf Belhushat and Najah Tayar.
The Algerian Consulate General in Paris is living to the rhythm of Ramadan with a non-stop service until 3 p.m., which has no impact on the quality of service, thanks in particular to the online procedures. Now there is all on internet and we can't do anything without it. I was well informed. I came here to take the original birth certificate for my son who was born abroad. They gave me all the information needed to get him an Algerian passport. All going good here. The reception is pleasant. The services have improved and become much faster. And since the beginning of this holy month, the consulate has been devoting Sundays to programs gathering the Algerian community. Yesterday, it was an iftar with the students and an atmosphere of family warmth. It is my first year here and I didn't know that our consulate organizes such programs. I am very happy and excited. We feel home. We were very well welcomed. Thank you. This is my third time attending an iftar. I am very pleased. The food tastes just like home and I've met very good people. The good food, the warm gathering and the traditional cakes of all kinds, all was guaranteed thanks to the volunteers, the staff of the Consulate General and the head of the Consulate General himself, who has also attended.
Back to the country, as investment and business climate were at the heart of a meeting held here in Algiers, a meeting to deal mainly with the opportunities and means to encourage potential investors, especially in light of the new law of investment, which promotes as well the destination Algeria, targeting by that the European Union countries. نعمل ولي شند راني البحري.
New economic era between Algeria and the European Union thanks to Law number 2218 on investment for the improvement of the business climate in Algeria. A meeting in this sense was organized to review partnership opportunities and guarantees issued by public authorities to investors in the European Union.
Un projet pilote sur les investissements européens en Algérie.
There is a pilot project on European investments in Algeria which was launched approximately a year ago. $340 billion in trade with the European Union since the entry into force in September 2005 of the association agreement, which has remained our first commercial partner with more than 50% of Algeria's overall trade volume, and $13 billion is the stock of all investments from member states of the European Union which have been made in Algeria since 2005 until 2022.
Rencontre cruciale parce que ça rentre dans une
This is an important meeting because it's part of strengthening our relations with Algeria in general, relations which are now particularly positive, but also above all because it affects a sector on investments which, as we said during our speech, we didn't put enough actions in the past, and so now we are going to do all our efforts so that we can make progress.
nos efforts afin qu'on puisse faire des avances.
In terms of investment, Algeria especially favors the production of raw materials as well as all innovative projects which will benefit from facilitation granted by public authorities such as the one-stop shop and the generalization of digitalization.
Cette loi qui a consacré toute la facilitation à l'acte
This
d'investir.
law which dedicated all the facilitation to the act of investing with digitalization. We have already set up a digital investor platform which contains an information portal which informs about all investment opportunities and all procedures. We also have all the tax and parafiscal incentives which are really important. We also have economic land which is made available to national foreign operators. Similar but larger meetings are planned in Algiers and in the countries of the European Union at the end of next April between experts to identify new investment avenues on new mutually winning projects.
And we wrap up our edition with sports and the 30th edition of the African Games in Ghana. Indeed, with 89 medals, including 22 gold, 31 silver, and 36 bronze, Algeria is at the 4th place in the ranking of the African Games behind Egypt, Nigeria, and South Africa. A review of our athletes' results with Sid Ahmed Bouraïb and Yasir Hamdi.
The sporting level of the competition is very high. Young athletes are shining here in Accra, especially the Algerians who intensified their efforts to win more medals and improve Algeria's ranking. The judokas lived up to expectations by winning 2 gold medals thanks to Amina Belqadi and Mohamed El Hadidili in their respective categories of under 63 kilograms and more than 100 kilograms, in addition to 2 silver and 1 bronze medals.
والحمد لله ربي وفقني وتحصلت على هذه الميدالية الذهبية الثمينة اليوم.
Thanks to God, I managed to win the gold medal against a very strong opponent. I won in the last 15 seconds.
غلبت عليه في الثواني الأخيرة كانوا باقيين 15 ثانية.
In boxing, Algeria has high hopes as our boxers Yogurt Ait Baka and Romaisa Boualam qualified to the next round by respectively defeating Ethiopian and Ivorian opponents. In team sports, the women's handball national team defeated Burkina Faso 24-21, and the women's volleyball national team won against the Democratic Republic of Congo and Seychelles. As a reminder, Algeria is taking part to these African Games with 222 athletes and has all its chances to improve its ranking.
All right, that was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.